The Simpsons are coming to Disney Plus. Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur, and details about Disney Plus have been released. And we're actually going to use this video to talk about most of the details that we know of. I can actually confirm some predictions that I had with my other video, whether or not it was right. And then we're going to talk about the big elephant in the room, the big news story, which will be the lighter half, but still focus of this little editorial video. The Simpsons is coming to Disney Plus. As you can see here on Cartoon Brew, welcome Synergy. I mean, it's... I don't know whether to laugh or cry, and I love how they have Rupert Murdoch's photo right here in the trash can. But anyway, there's several things about this article that we need to discuss. So here's the thing. They announced pricing, it's Disney Plus is scheduled to launch November 12th, which will be $6.99 per month, or $69.99 annually, which I will probably get the annual package. While the price undercuts Netflix $8.99 months entry points, Disney Plus's content is more limited, lacking variety than Netflix is offering. Disney plans to expand the service to Western Europe and Asia in the 2020 fiscal year, and Eastern Europe and Latin America in the 2021 fiscal year. By the way, this is what it looks like. So, that's fine. I mean, it's a streaming service. People always talk about streaming services aren't innovating enough, and it's like, yeah, I don't know what you're expecting. It's a streaming service. It's it's kind of like a video game console box. It's like, they're gonna largely function the same. But anyway, mirroring what streaming services like Netflix already offer, Disney Plus will allow users to download its content to watch offline with no restrictions for as long as the customer is a subscriber. I expected that. The presentation then showcased the service's interface, which is similar to what customers are used to on competing services. Content will be divided into 5 brands: Disney, Animation Live Action, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic. And I saw in another screenshot that's not here that Free Solo, the Oscar-winning documentary from last year, is apparently going to be on Disney Plus. So it's like, that's an interesting movie to put there. I guess they're going to be putting some PG-13 films on there. Well, of course, there's Black Panther, so, let's see here. Frozen co-director and Walt Disney Animation Studios Chief Creative Officer Jennifer Lee presented details about the Disney selection of the service. At launch, users will be able to access a collection of 13 Walt Disney Animation Studio films, which the company calls its Signature Collection. These films, most of which have previously been rotated in and out of the vault, include both classics and contemporary titles such as Pinocchio, Cinderella, Little Mermaid, The Lion King, and Snow White. And as you can see, that's what it looks like. Other recent titles like Moana and Big Hero 6 will also be available in the service. However, it does not look like the service will offer a complete catalog of Disney's animated features nor shorts on day one of the service, which, in all fairness, I actually kind of predicted that. I predicted you wouldn't have them all at once. In fact, I even kind of predicted there might be a little bit of a rotation. And while they haven't confirmed a rotation, in fact, it says Disney has announced that it plans to add 500 new services in the first year. I actually think that, the Disney Vault will stick around. I think you will see them rotated out, in and out, because it will always keep you invested in the Disney Plus app. You want to cancel it one month? Well, don't do it. That might be the month that The Jungle Book is up, or you want to cancel the following month or during Christmas. Well, maybe The Muppet Christmas Carol and Disney's A Christmas Carol, and there's a lot of Disney Christmas carols out there, and those might not be available for the rest of the year. Maybe the Santa Claus you can only watch from November through January. So I anticipate a rotation personally. Lee also announced that an unscripted series titled Into the Unknown, Making Frozen 2, will premiere on Disney Plus. Okay, whatever. They're talking about some original projects. That's fine. We don't need to talk about that too much. So here's some of the new stuff that's coming. Marvel Hero Project, High School Musical, the series. High School Musical, the musical, the series. And that's a mouthful. And the live action Lady and the Tramp. The Mandalorian, probably the main reason we're all going to be getting it. I'm excited about the fact that there's a new Phineas and Ferb movie in the works. That's awesome. But here's what's going to really catch people's attention. Given the recent Fox merger, the most notable revelation was that the first 30 seasons of Fox's The Simpsons will be available on Disney Plus at launch. The announcement was made through an animated clip featuring The Simpsons wearing Mickey Mouse ears and standing next to Darth Vader and Bob Iger statues. Near the end of the clip, Dumbo drops from the sky and Maggie flies wearing Tinkerbell wings. In fact, let's see if we can...
Homer Simpson here, proud addition to the Disney family and soon appearing on Disney Plus. I, for one, salute our new corporate overlords. Now, family, put on the mouse ears. You only get one chance to make a first impression.
It's an official clip.
I don't wanna, I'm not gonna, you can't make me.
Put on the ears, boy. Marge. What's up?
I'll give them this much credit.
This is a great honor.
At least they're kind of letting the Simpsons be Simpsons. Oh, wow. An official clip commissioned by Disney for Disney Plus. And look, it's even on the official Disney Twitter account. That's that's funny. But here's the thing. This announcement had me kind of scratching my head. I know that for a while Fox wanted to do a Simpsons World thing. I don't know if the Simpsons World is still out there. If it is, then that is clearly coming to an end. But here's the interesting thing. I was talking to some friends when they bought Fox, and they were kind of joking like, well, they'll probably start airing The Simpsons on Disney Channel now. And we kind of like sat back and said, you know, it's interesting because The Simpsons has always been an adult show. It has been made for adults, geared for adults. In fact, when it premiered way back when I was like 3 or something like that, my parents would never let me watch it because it was so edgy, even though old Simpsons really wasn't. And we were kind of joking like, The Simpsons, if you edit it just a little bit, take out a curse word here and there, remove a shot of the butt, and it is actually fairly family friendly compared to most stuff that's on TV today. That said, I'm still confused because it is a PG rated show through and through, and there are actually episodes that I kind of wonder, will Disney actually want to put on the service? Like, first of all, I'm pretty sure this won't be on the service anytime soon. Stark Raving Dad, this was the Michael Jackson episode. Of course, we've made videos about it. We've talked about it. That will probably be gone. But probably more importantly, what about this? Sex, Pies, and Idiot Scrapes. The synopsis: after Homer is punished for brawling on St. Patrick's Day, he meets a bounty hunter when he gets his bail bond. Intrigued, he decides to try his hand at the profession, but is saved by Flanders when it doesn't go quite to plan. Together they form an unlikely bounty hunting duo, but when Homer's attitude gets the better of him, Flanders is less than impressed. Meanwhile, Marge unwittingly starts working at an erotic bakery. Oh yeah, that sounds like something you want on the Disney Plus streaming service. What about this one? Simpsons Bible Stories. I mean, just look, title right there. They've they're talking about the Bible. I remember this. They, did Homer the Self-King wraparound. Obviously, that's the Adam and Eve thing. Is that something that they're going to want in the Disney Plus service? What about this one? There's Something About Marrying. Now, I know that we've come a long way in our perception of gay relationships, but in this episode, Springfield legalizes gay marriage, and I believe Selma comes out as gay herself. Also, you have three gays of the condo. This actually guest starred Weird Al Yankovic. And Disney, look, again, our attitudes have changed drastically, and in many cases for the better, but the thing about this is Disney's main consumer is still the family-friendly market. There's a reason Disney has a reputation for being so popular with conservative families. Are they really going to want to put these episodes on the service? Personally, the episode I would like to know about the most, Natural Born Kissers. Now, this episode made like a very strong case for me not watching the show as a kid. And that's where Homer and Marge basically get off on having sex in public areas and get caught and then end up running around town naked. Ultimately, it ends up with them winding up on a football field where everyone can take pictures of them. And, is that an episode of The Simpsons that is going to be on Disney Plus? I don't know. Here's my prediction personally. Here's what I think is going to happen. You don't quote me on this. I don't know for certain if this is going to happen, but here's what I think is going to happen. I think it's going to be kind of like a Boy Meets World situation, where Boy Meets World is a largely G-rated show that aired on Disney Channel. However, there were certain episodes that were considered problematic. One of them I remember that there were a few they didn't even air. One of them was Corey and Sean end up getting drunk on the town, and even though the whole message was that drinking and getting drunk is bad, Disney wouldn't air the episode. Another episode that I remember they didn't air was one where, and they were in college at this point, where they were talking about sleeping with each other, and at one point Sean and his girlfriend Angela were in the room and they thought that they were having sex, which was not the case. That episode also did not air on the Disney Channel, and certain words and jokes were cut from episodes to make a, for the most part, G-rated show even more G-rated. I think that's what's going to happen here. I think they're going to be removing certain episodes, and then the episodes that they do have, they are probably going to edit them a little bit more. There's even an episode that I don't have pulled up here where Homer gets a new girlfriend. He and Marge officially divorce, and he ends up shacking up with a character voiced by Lena Dunham. I can't see the Disney Plus channel putting that on without there being some angry parent calls. So I think The Simpsons is going to be a little sanitized when it comes to Disney Plus. I don't know why they're putting it on Disney Plus. I think they should put it on Hulu. I think they should put it on Hulu where they can be uncut. And of course, I would like to see them continue releasing DVDs. Which, on that note, it should be mentioned, interestingly, one point that was reiterated with every mention of theatrically distributed features is that before any of them land on Disney Plus, they will follow the traditional home entertainment windows. This means that the physical media business, DVDs and Blu-rays, is not disappearing just yet, despite the illusion that everything will now be available permanently on the platform. I didn't think this was actually going to happen, but you have people like John Campy saying that, there's a good chance that when Disney launches their service, that they're going to use that as an opportunity to shut down the physical media sales. No, it's not. Now, granted, the physical media sales are declining. Samsung isn't making players anymore, and the MPA even released a report that in the last 5 years, sales have dropped 50%, and that's not good. But the physical media market is still a close to $15 billion a year interesting, and no company just leaves $15 billion on the table. Now, of course, I will hold off on commenting further until we actually find out more, but I don't think The Simpsons is going to be uncut on Disney Plus. I think they're going to be edited, and I think there's going to be certain episodes that will not be available, not the least of which is the Michael Jackson episode, Stark Raving Dad. So don't throw away your DVDs and Blu-rays, and don't stop writing letters to Fox asking for them, because if Disney Plus launches and this comes to pass, I called it first. I do not see, regardless how much more tame Simpsons seems in comparison to other things out there, I don't see Disney releasing it uncut. A lot of the ABC shows that are a little edgier, that are not 100% family friendly, are also probably not going to be on Disney Plus. They're going to be on Hulu. So, or I think maybe the biggest thing that might happen, there might be two versions. They might put edited Simpsons on Disney Plus, and then they might put uncut Simpsons on DVD and Hulu. And at that point, they are building new fans for the franchise at a young age while appeasing the older fans. In fact, this is probably the best part of all of this. If Disney is actually, releasing edited versions of The Simpsons, they might be positioning The Simpsons to be more long-term growth, which means the show might not get canceled after the merger. So for those who want to see it last beyond season 34, is that what it's on? Jeez, I feel old. They might continue doing it. This might be Disney positioning The Simpsons to be a big, moneymaker for the long term. Now, I just want to know what happens to the Simpsons ride. Anyway, I would like to know, what do you folks think? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? I would love to know. So, comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, of course, but even as little as $1 a month goes a long way to helping the channel run smoothly and you get access to my Patreon's exclusive blog. Also, if you want to save money on gas, check out the Get Upside app. The link is below. You can save gas at tons of different locations and make money doing it by using a referral code and referring friends. And check out the Apptrepreneur Vlogs channel. It's a fairly new channel, but new content is coming on a weekly basis. And finally, if you want to talk to me or other fellow gig economy drivers, or heck, even just Simpsons fans in general, check out the Apptrepreneur Hangout on Facebook. You have to be approved to join the group, but we've been approving most everyone. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.